Grab the strongest brew on the menu and chug it, because episodes 8 and 9 of Hero without a class. Who even needs skills? Just lit the entire world on fire and danced in the ashes while screaming. Eat the system. We're fugitives now, baby. Dragon Fang on the run, artifact bleeding black. Missed like a horror movie nosebleed, and every guild in the kingdom wants their heads on pikes. This is the arc where the cute underdog story rips off its puppy mask and reveals the rabid wolf underneath. Episode 8 detonates at sunrise on a rain-soaked rooftop. Arel's staring at the cracked artifact pulsing in his palm, and the whispers finally form words. Return me, or become me. Cue the single most metal flashback of the season. Centuries ago, the gods forged the class system by sacrificing the first classless hero, sealing his soul into the artifact to power the whole rigged game. Every skill every hero ever got, stolen from a dead kid who just wanted to be enough. Arel's face when he realizes he's holding the original victim's heart. That silence is louder than any explosion. Then the Black Blade elite squad teleports in, full raid party, glowing skills, smug grins. They want the artifact, they want credit, and they want Dragon Fang erased. What follows is a 12-minute sequence that deserves to be studied in animation. Schools, rooftop parkour turned slaughterhouse. Arel moves like a ghost on caffeine, vaulting chimneys, sliding under skill-enhanced great swords, using the rain to mask footfalls. He's not fighting to win, he's fighting to prove the system wrong. Every parry is a middle finger to destiny. Lilia's gone full gremlin berserker, dual-wielding frying pans she stole from the inn. Because metal is metal, ricocheting bullets off them like a psychotic Captain America. Rod. One arm, zero fear. Plants a broken flagpole like a lance and roars. This is for every name you erased. Before suplexing a paladin twice his size. The humor's still there. Lilia yeets are chamber pot at a mage and yells, taste peasant justice. But it's weaponized. Now, mid-battle, the artifact fully cracks. Black mist explodes outward, rewriting reality. Skills start flickering off across the city. Heroes drop mid-spell, panicking as their cheat codes vanish. The look on the Black Blade captain's face when his S-rank predictive slash becomes regular guy. Flailing. Priceless. Arel could end it right there, but he does something better. He spares the captain, forces him to watch powerless as a classless kid outclasses him with nothing but sweat and spite. The episode ends with Dragon Fang vanishing into the sewers while the city descends into skill-less chaos above. Vibe. Revolution with a side of slapstick anarchy. Episode 9 is the morning. After the night the world broke. No more classes. No more skills. Just people. And most of them are pissed. We get glorious montage. Nobles crying over useless magic rings. Pro-heroes getting bodied by random farmers who suddenly remember how to swing axes. Lilia teaching street kids to fight with broomsticks while cackling. Welcome to my TED Talk. But the real meat is the confrontation we've been begging for. Mom and Dad arrive. Farah, Sword Princess, and Leon, Magic King, storm the capital with an army of rogue adventurers who never got fair classes. The reunion is messy. Farah tries to hug Arel. He steps back, eyes cold. You trained me to survive a world that hated me for existing. Where were you when they called me trash? Leon's silent guilt could fill oceans. Then Georg, Farah's old rival, now Black Blade's puppet master, steps out wearing the royal crest like a smug peacock. He reveals the final twist. The king ordered the classless purge. centuries ago and has been siphoning power from the artifact to stay immortal. Georg wants to restart the system with himself as the new god. The climax is a four-way showdown in the shattered throne room. Arel versus Georg, Farah versus her past, Leon versus the magic he helped create, Rod and Lilia versus the royal guard, who are mostly just confused dads in armor now. Arel's fight with Georg is personal. Every strike carries 5 years of being told he was nothing. Georg still has residual skill echoes, Arel has none. And that's the point. He reads Georg's muscle memory like a book, counters habits instead of moves, and ends it with the simplest overhead slash in the show. Pure fundamentals beating centuries of stolen power. Georg's last words? But I had S rank. Everything. Arel. And I had a reason. The artifact fully shatters. Light explodes. Every stolen skill returns, not to the system, but to the people who earned them through effort. The class menu screens across the world glitch out permanently. The king ages 300 years in 3 seconds and turns to dust. Cue the single greatest shot of the season. Arel standing in the ruins of the throne, sunrise behind him, Lilia on his shoulder waving a broom like a victory flag, Rod saluting with his one arm, Farah and Leon finally allowed to be proud parents instead of legends. Roll credits on episode 9 with 0 words. Just the sound of a city learning how to be human. Again. Studio A cat threw the entire budget at the screen and somehow made it look like $1 billion yen. The rooftop battle is fluid insanity. Rain rendered droplet by droplet, lightning flashes. Freezing frames like photographs of war. When the artifact explodes, the color inversion effect is chef's kiss, negative space becomes positive, skills literally bleed out of characters in black ink rivers. The throne room finale uses practical camera shakes so violent you'll get motion sick. In the best way. Character acting hits new peaks. Farah's single tear when Arel rejects her hug is animated with more weight than most shows give entire deaths. The only gentle nudge, some wide crowd shots in the montage reuse assets a bit obviously, and the King's Dust CGI is a hair too. PlayStation -2. But honestly, who cares? This is the kind of episode where you forgive everything. Because your soul just left your body and ascended. Episodes 8 to 9 aren't just the best of the season, they're a manifesto. This show took every chosen one trope, every power of friendship cliché, and every hard work beats talent speech, then strapped dynamite to them and blew up the genre. I'm not crying in this cafe, you're crying. Arel didn't just break the system, he proved the system was never the point. The real power was the found family who chose to fight for the kid the world threw away. Kind critique. The Georg fight could have used one more personal flashback beat, but that's like complaining the Mona Lisa should smile wider. Fingers crossed for the finale. Give me an epilogue of Lilia opening a dojo for classless orphans, Rod getting a legendary prosthetic made by Arel's students, and Farah and Leon retiring to run a tavern where every drink is named after a technique their son perfected. If the last episodes stick the landing, Hero Without a Class won't just be anime of the year, it'll be the battle cry for every underdog who was ever told their best wasn't enough. At our table, I'd be standing on the chair, croissant crumbs flying, screaming, "This is what anime was invented for." Who's ugly crying with me into episode 10? The classless era begins now.